Team USA won the basketball gold medal at the Olympics over the last couple of days, and obviously congratulations to them. It is a big achievement, and I wanted to discuss more so some of the media around it and some of my thoughts in the way that they've kind of conducted themselves and how they've gone about that in comparison, I guess, to how they've experienced the Olympics from an outside view, because obviously I'm not there. I don't want to maybe experience how I can perceive the way they've experienced it compared to some of the athletes from who have less notoriety than those NBA players, and the comments people like Devin Booker have made and their actions throughout it and some of the discourse. Because firstly, obviously they won the gold medal, great achievement, but it was kind of never in doubt. They clearly have the best squad. There's no denying it. No one squad comes close to it. It was kind of a case of hoping another team could catch them in an off day to get the win. And so I think while as I said, it's a great achievement for them, I have some real issues with things like Devin Booker's comments where he said it's easier to win an Olympic gold medal than the NBA finals. And from what I could find, I tried to see, it was unclear whether he was referring to as a basketballer or just in general. And to me, that statement is only true if you're on Team USA for the basketball. Then yeah, it's easier to win the gold medal because you're playing on a team of all-time greats that will, clearly the favorite. But even within basketball, if you're a Giannis or a Wemby, then you're playing on teams with lesser, or Luka, you're playing on teams that are far inferior to your competitors. When in the actual NBA final or in the NBA, you're playing with a bit more of a level playing field. I mean, for Giannis to win a gold medal with Greece would take an ungodly amount of play from him, really. Like, he would have to take carrying the team to a whole new level, and so it's near impossible for him to be able to get Greece to being that gold medalist. And so that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it showed to me a lot of ignorance. And then when you think about the other sports as well, I mean, the Olympics is the peak for so many of these athletes. When you think about all the divers, the shooters, archery, the runners, all the athletics, I mean, that is their absolute peak. And just to get there, you're competing against the absolute best in the world, which was Booker's argument for why the finals are the best. He was like, that's the best player in the NBA, so that's how the finals are harder. It's like, well, who the fuck do you think competes at the Olympics? They don't just call, it's not a, what's called, like the old army calls for World War, where you just ring a phone and anyone who can enlist goes. Like, that's not how it works. The best of the best are at the Olympics, and so it just showed a lot of ignorance to it and a lot of arrogance around it, and just really rubbed me the wrong way. And then when you consider the fact that they were in the middle of the Olympics, they were partying for Anthony Edwards' birthday, and sure, celebrate your birthday, not saying don't, but to be going out drinking and partying when you're clearly not staying in the same athletes' village that the others are. I mean, so many of those athletes and competitors at the Olympics are sleeping on these cardboard beds, they're grinding, they're strict on their diets. And so I get kind of to the Team USA, the Olympics is a bit of fun on the side. The way they act shows, to me, depicts that they have I don't want to say they have no respect for it, but they have very little respect, to be honest. They might think differently, but to the actions and how I perceive them, they don't seem to have respect for what other athletes in their own sports are actually doing to get there and what it means. And so it's fine if you want to have a view that the NBA Finals is tougher and you keep that to yourself, whatever, but to openly be like, oh look, I'm on a team with all the greatest players in the world, and so this is easier than playing for my sport, at the best. It's like, well, that's not the case, and you can't blanketly speak for people, and it's only true for your specific country. Yeah, guess what? Winning an NBA Finals for a player from South Sudan is probably going to be easier than winning the Olympics, because the whole team as a whole isn't as strong. So that just really rubbed me the wrong way, and to me, I felt that it was a bit of a slap in the face for those athletes who are actually grinding and really showing out there. And so when you see the NBA world as well get up in arms about Noah Lyles' comments saying that they're not world champions for winning the NBA Finals, hate to break it to you, America, he's right. You're not. You can say you're the best team in the world, you probably are, but you haven't beaten every team. You haven't won a competition that's comprised of every team in the world, so you're not world champions. It's just how it works. And one of my favourite things was the Team USA tweeting out, "Are we world champions now?" with the celebration, and the quote tweet of, "Nope, you're Olympic champions. You didn't even win the World Cup, which is where the world champions are crowned." So I loved it. I thought it was hilarious because they just don't get it that, yeah, there's a difference between being the best team in the world and then actually being world champions. There just is a difference. It's why you see in soccer the Champions League is the biggest competition in the world, but they always are said, we're European champions. And there's an understanding within soccer fans that kind of means you're the best team in the world. That's just, Europe's the strongest continent, so you win that, you're the best team in the world. But they still say European champions, and they allow that to hold its weight. And so you're not world champions to win the Club World Cup. And so all those comments just get me annoyed, because it just shows so much arrogance and just ignorance to actually what people go through and the hard work other athletes put in. It kind of just annoyed me. And if you're not staying in the village, like, it's not as if I'm saying they shouldn't be allowed to. If you can not stay there, there's other athletes who aren't, they booked hotels, like, that's fine. Like, I genuinely, like I said, I don't have an issue with it. I have an issue with not showing the respect to those athletes and what they're going through and how hard they're trying, to me, the only way it can be described is it just comes across very American, in the fact it is all about them and what they do, and they're the best and they don't really give a shit about anyone. It's how it comes across. And so to me, like, congrats on them winning, but I don't really hold a lot of respect for the way they've gone about it and how they've conducted themselves. And so I thought, I'd just rant a bit about my thoughts. I wanted to gauge your thoughts on how you went about it. What are your thoughts on the whole World Champions NBA Finals debate and those comments from Noah Lyles and how that worked? And so what are your thoughts? And also just let me know your predictions as well for the NBA Finals coming up and who you think's going to win it. So, but yeah, I kind of just need one of those just get it off my chest kind of videos to really get it out there. But like I said, let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for listening. This has actually been a clip excerpt from my full podcast, The Armchair Athlete. So be sure to make sure after you've seen this video now, you click on the previous clips, maybe check out a full video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel going forward, and so you can stay tuned and see the full podcast in depth as well. And let me know in the comments below any topics you want me to discuss as well. But I appreciate you guys listening, and check out these videos around here. Thanks.